It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. It's return of the mag, they say I'm off the rails. I can't wait for you, I get it for myself. So many places to be, I got plenty. Act like you've been here before we start trending.
Good morning.
Don't mistake me for a lame or a goofy. Rockstar life is like a movie.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully.
Hollywood, where you be at? I remember when I used to drive
Good morning, we are back.
Now they looking for me like I'm Ray Epps. It's a conspiracy how I keep on getting checks. This money keep on falling like it's dominoes. Special delivery and I got a lot to blow. I'm feeling like I've been here before. Deja vu is hitting me to the core. Memories flashing back once more. I'm feeling like I'm living in the metaphor. Yeah, it's deja vu.
All right, we are back on the backup, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the. Don't worry. Maybe it was the stuff that Marjorie Taylor Greene was talking about. You got to be careful. So I'll take that one on the chin. Maybe we won't do any of that stuff that Marjorie Taylor Greene was talking about. But W Zeus, the message is still the same. If you're a conservative woman, you'll never be treated better than Marjorie Taylor Greene, and that was pretty much the message. What happened? Well, we got flagged, but the show must go on. All right. The next thing that I wanted to what is that? Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll deal with that after the show. Okay. The next thing is it has to do with the beef industry. There was a nice, interesting little segment that came on yesterday, CNN, and they were talking about what's happening with the beef as it relates to the screwworm. How many of you are following the situation with the screwworm? Yeah, they're at it again. Maybe I shouldn't have played the stuff that can be considered misinformation, right? That Marjorie was talking about. So I'll deal with that after the show, all right? But let's go ahead and get things back on track, all right? Because the show must go on, all right? And if they take me down, they take me down, all right? Who cares, all right? We did what we came to do, all right? So let's talk about these screwworms and how they're messing up things in the beef industry, ladies and gentlemen, all right? And so, and it's a sad story, to be honest, because this could have been avoided had a particular individual not done something with these Doge cuts.
When David Henderson makes the call, his cow herd listens.
This is how you come and inspect them?
Yeah. More than anything, I'm just visually
Can you hear me?
inspecting them.
He's looking for any sign.
You cannot hear me? Somebody said they can't hear me. Can you all hear me? Yes? All right, listen. Gotta listen. All right. So this is a brother out in Texas. That red hat says everything to me. I can't help but wonder, how did this happen? And so the red hat, though, and here we go.
When David Henderson makes the call, his cow herd listens.
So this is how you come and inspect them?
Yeah. More than anything, I'm just visually inspecting them.
He's looking for any signs that his cows have been infected by the dreaded New World.
When you're out here, what are you looking for right now?
Anywhere I see blood, cuts, wounds, anything like that.
This might be the most intimidating interview location I've ever had in my entire life.
I don't need any cows my daughters can't walk in the field around.
For almost 30 years, Henderson has raised cattle in this secluded spot in the East Texas woods. It's a tough business, but he's never faced a threat like the screwworm. The New World screwworm was eradicated from the U.S. in the 1960s and 70s and pushed southward. But over the last few years, the fly has been making its way back north from Central America into Mexico and recently discovered again in South Texas. At least a dozen cases have now popped up across the state and New Mexico, and ranchers fear it will spread wider.
What the screwworm fly does is it looks for open wounds on cattle and other warm-blooded animals. Then it deposits eggs, and when those eggs hatch, the larvae burrow their way into the tissue of the animal, and that's when the real problems begin.
The screwworm can cause serious infections or damage to vital organs that can kill the animal. It's treatable, but it can also cause overwhelming costs in.
How many of you all feel safe out there knowing that this is what's going on in the country right now, courtesy of Donald Trump? How many of you feel safe with this? Seriously. Nothing's safe.
Teens and animal care for ranchers.
It's a strong concern.
Gregory, do you have evidence to support the claim that you're making? Because there's reports out there. This has a lot to do with the Trump administration and funding being cut, tied to programs that were actually used to monitor situations like this. So, Gregory, I would encourage you to go look this up. All right.
A very strong concern. I mean, this is my livelihood.
Do you think this could threaten to put some cattle ranchers out of business?
Yeah, I do. If it gets bad enough and it starts affecting a lot of animals, you have death of animals. If you start losing in large quantities, it's definitely going to affect the beef industry in a major way.
Prices at the grocery store are going to go up.
They don't have a choice.
It's nerve-wracking, though.
It is. Yeah, it is.
This cow belongs to a client.
Jared Ranley is a veterinarian in Central Texas.
We removed that eye lesion, and we were just monitoring it for a couple days.
This is the kind of equipment you need to closely inspect a 1,300-pound cow. Since the return of the screwworm, his phone...
You hear this? This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, you know, when you don't understand how science works, right? This is what happens when you basically allow a person like Donald Trump to lead you, guide you, and take you down the wrong path. Now we're having, it's almost like the Old Testament, Moses, Pharaoh, famines, and stuff like that. Here we go again.
Been ringing off the hook.
The last week has been sort of a storm. When the first case hit in Texas, everybody sort of panicked. People were extremely worried. People were seeing pictures of flies on animals, on dead animals they found. They were texting in those pictures. Right now, we're not taking any chances. So any larvae we find, we want to send those off to be evaluated to determine if it's a screwworm larvae or a different larvae.
To fight the spread, the U.S. Department of Agriculture and Texas officials are releasing millions of sterile flies around infected zones.
Do you hear that, Gregory? This is what's going on here in the United States, the U.S. Department of Agriculture. That's a federal agency. What do you mean this is not true? See, this is why it's a sad situation when you have people in this country that don't understand how the United States government works, running around here amplifying things that are not true.
Control fly reproduction. The ranchers we spoke to feel the sterile flies aren't being produced fast enough, and the cattle industry is bracing for a long fight.
It's something that I may spend the rest of my life fighting.
Jared Ranley first learned about the screwworm fly in veterinarian school textbooks. Now the past has come back to haunt the ranch.
You see what we have? You just can't get it. You just can't catch a break here in the United States under this current Trump administration because obviously Donald Trump does not know what he's doing. His priorities are all in the wrong direction. Instead of actually figuring out what it takes to actually help make America great again, W's in the chat for Rick. It seems like he's hell bent on proving, honestly, he's hell bent on proving to the world that he has no problem
that we would be
being one of the worst presidents we have ever had to deal with in this country. All right. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was there's a new book coming out, Regime Change. Lawrence O'Donnell has announced it. Chris. Thank you. There's a new book coming out titled Regime Change. And Lawrence O'Donnell had this segment yesterday, and he was sharing some excerpts from the book. And as he is reading through this piece in the book, you won't believe it, all right? But it really does a great job of highlighting. The more you complain about Trump, the more, okay, hold on. Somebody said something, Tugboat. That's an interesting statement. Did you want to come up here and say something, Tugboat? Because I'm not really complaining about Trump. All I'm doing is being descriptive. So it's a difference, right? When I'm describing things that Donald Trump is doing, Tugboat 2035, I don't know why you would call yourself that. That's completely different. Tugboat, do you have any evidence that Donald Trump is doing a great job, Tugboat, or should I continue? Because I don't understand why you all of a sudden felt the need to say something. I invited Tugboat up here, but Tugboat decided Tugboat didn't want me to go ahead and do a number on him. So Tugboat, why don't you stick to doing what you've been doing, all right? Because thank you, W's in the chat for Rick. Yeah. Let's go. So let's listen. Hey, Tugboat, this is really what is happening to Donald Trump. All right. This is in a book. All right. So this isn't complaining. This is you should thank the people, Baggy Haberman and Jonathan Swan. You should thank them for actually putting this in black and white so that folks like you could have this information available at your fingertip.
Of Donald Trump. They conducted over 1,000 interviews for this book, with Donald Trump granting them an exclusive interview at the very last minute in March of this year as the book was headed to publication. The interview was on a Monday in March. And 3 days before welcoming them into the Oval Office, Donald Trump posted this on social media. Maggot Haberman, just another sleazebag writer for the failing New York Times, insists on writing false stories about me, even though she fully knows and understands that the exact opposite of anything she says is usually the truth. In any event, I'm thinking of adding Maggot and some of her associates into my Florida-based lawsuit against the Times, which very happily seems to be proceeding nicely. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And so, how were these two reporters greeted in the Oval Office just 3 days after Donald Trump spewed that vile poison at Maggie Haberman?
Vile.
Did he use that horrible nickname? Did he call her a sleazebag? No. Trump entered the Oval Office from the corridor, connected to his private dining room. He was in smiling salesman mode. Nice to see you, he said, gesturing for us all to sit down opposite him at the desk. It was the 17th day of his war with Iran. 13 American service members had already been killed, and more than 200 had been wounded. Thousands of Iranians were dead, including the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei.
You hear this? You hear this, Gregory? Think about this. Think about how many of our men and women in uniform have lost their life as a result of this war that Donald Trump started. And you were all so outraged when Joe Biden did it. Think about that. You're not worked up about this at all, Gregory, Torres, DJ. None of you are worked up. What did we get out of Donald Trump starting this war?
Pentagon had already spent more than $15 billion, and the Strait of Hormuz was largely closed, sending global oil prices surging. The day before, Trump had made a demand for an international coalition of warships to secure the waterway, but few nations seemed interested in helping. This was hardly surprising. Trump had spent the previous year mocking NATO, bypassing the United Nations, and making clear that alliances were, in his view, either protection rackets or obstacles. The nations he was now calling on for help were the same ones he had bullied with tariffs, threatened with territorial claims, and cut out of major decisions like the one he had just made to wage war against Iran. As he greeted us, the war seemed the furthest thing from Trump's mind. On the Resolute desk, instead of a map of the Middle East, were printouts of maple trees. I'm ordering trees for the White House, Trump told us. I know how to buy good trees.
What? What? Wow. You think that's acceptable? I mean, I could say so many things to you Trump voters about how disgusting and reprehensible this is. Our men and women, they're laying down their life for the country, and he's worried about trees, maple trees.
Maples. Trump held out another printout. The headline screened 339 billion all-time views of Trump TikToks. Can you believe it? The president asked us. Then Trump showed us two final printouts, rendering from different angles of the grand ballroom he was building on the White House grounds. He was in a convivial mood. The structure would have 10 columns on one facade, he said, modeled on the Roman style, and the other side would be Inspired by Athens, he noted with evident satisfaction that the columns were larger than those of the Supreme Court.
Wow. You see this? You see this, ladies and gentlemen? Priorities all in the wrong direction. Donald Trump's priorities, ladies and gentlemen, they're all in the wrong direction. He won't do anything to help everyday Americans. All he's doing is worried about, basically childish things. What do I need to do to make myself feel happy today? Other than that, he's not doing a thing.
Behind the scenes, some of his aides had told us they wished Trump was more anxious about the dangers he was courting and about his plunging poll numbers. The president's pollster, Tony Fabrizio, summarized findings from 2 nights of focus groups conducted earlier in March. The first fell on the very same day we sat looking at Trump's maple tree printouts in the Oval Office. The results were bracing. The war in Iran was unpopular, poorly understood, and seen as a broken campaign promise that was distracting the president from the economy and healthcare. The military action lacked a clear rationale, and voters saw negative economic consequences downstream of the conflict, compounding the affordability crisis that was already their top concern about the Trump presidency.
Wow.
Perhaps most distressing for the Trump team, the Epstein files came up consistently in focus groups and were a real negative with some of these voters. But Trump was uninterested in such feedback. To the extent he still cared about polling at all, he was seeing far fewer polls than during his first term. His advisors knew he was not receptive to being briefed on harsh realities. In his second term, unlike his first, he was willing to take breathtaking risks that could throw not only his presidency, but the Republican Party and the entire world into chaos and carnage. More than ever before as president, he was operating on pure gut instinct.
Wow.
It would take a combination of mind reader and psychologist to explain fully why Trump was willing to gamble so much more recklessly now. There were obvious theories. He was term limited and no longer had to worry about re-election. He had immunity confirmed by the Supreme Court and no longer had to worry about prosecutions. He was more confident in his instincts. He had already served a presidential term and had felt vindicated so often. And there was the fact that he was a walking moral hazard, rarely saddled for long with the costs or consequences of his risk-taking and rule-breaking.
Wow.
Now was his moment to try things like military adventures and overthrowing the global trade system.
So, number one, W's in the chat for Maggie Haberman, Jonathan Swan, and Lawrence O'Donnell. Yeah. We actually got flagged on this live too, so it's just going to be a low. It's going to be a low day today, but we're going to get through it. So, when we're sitting back and we're analyzing Donald Trump's second term, ladies and gentlemen, one thing's obvious: the American people are struggling, and Donald Trump does not care. Instead of focusing, like I said, on the very important things like fixing the situation with people's utility bills. Our utility bills are supposed to be cut in half. He's supposed to be bringing grocery prices down. He hasn't done anything like that. He's worried about maple trees and Joe Biden, Obama, and this thing with the reflecting pool. Did you hear what he said yesterday about the reflecting pool? How many of you heard him try to make up the story about the reflecting pool, where he says that he has video evidence? He has video evidence of what he says people are doing at the reflecting pool. And it pains me, ladies and gentlemen. It really does pain me to have to show this to the American people, because when you listen to this, it's a couple of things. One, the man's not mentally well. And I've spoken to a lot of people, especially on this app. There's a lot of people on this app that they're just not mentally well. They really struggle to just stay on topic. But what Donald Trump did and his claims that he made yesterday, I believe they are grounds for him to be forced to resign from office, right? Donald Trump should resign from office. That's a huge W. Listen to him explain to the American people that he actually has the evidence that people are sabotaging the reflecting pool, mainly Democrats, and that he has it on film. All right.
Yeah. And what do you anticipate for the relation with Colombia? Colombia is such an
much better. It'll be better. He's going to be a great president. Mr. President. Are the contractors who did the initial work with the reflecting pool, are they to blame for the current condition, or is it the vandals that you mentioned?
Vandals. You know, we have I think 290, 300-foot slit right through it, probably a box cutter or a knife of some kind. Well, we had people lifting up the basic, some of the, it's not a lot of damage, but we'll probably have to let the water out and refix it. They went in there with a knife. I was just told by the people over at Parks, they have 5 people are arrested and 5 people are under investigation right now. And it's a sad thing. In addition to that, we put brand new, beautiful grass all around. They put these massive letters on the grass. You probably know about that, right? And they said 8647.
How many of you, why does he keep saying 8647? If it really, let me go ahead. Hold on real quick. He keeps saying things. It's sort of like when he kept saying that the border was wide open under Joe Biden. It's a way for him to advertise, for people to do it, right? And I'm sitting here saying to myself, what more evidence do you need, MAGA, to see that this man obviously is trying to stage something? If you believe that somebody did exactly what Donald Trump is saying they did, then the easiest thing for Donald Trump to do would be to show the world the evidence. He had no problem showing evidence. Remember that situation in South Africa when he was trying to convince people there was a white G-side going on, and he brought out all the cameras, he brought all these articles out, and he had no problem pushing that narrative, even though it wasn't true. And now he has no evidence to prove what happened to the reflecting pool. And the reflecting pool it's in a way, it's symbolism, honestly, because it really does illustrate Trump's second term. It really does. If you want a visual of Donald Trump's second term, just go look at the reflecting pool. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Probably got that from the dirty cop. Told me, you know he's a dirty cop, don't you? Dirty cop. He's a crooked guy. They destroyed the grass, so that's a big thing. But we're going to get it back very soon.
National Guard and police have been all over the mall. How would these vandals have gotten so close to do something like that?
Do you have any proof of this? We didn't have a lot of them then. Who would think that somebody would go into a pool and take a knife and start cutting it?
But you have proof of that they used the knife? You have photos or video?
Well, let's put it this way. When you have a 350, I think it's 350, not 250, a 350-foot slit from one end to the other, you think that's proof? You think that's proof?
Reporters have been down there today looking for that slit that you mentioned, and there's no evidence of it.
All you'd have to do is see the Parks Department. They'll show it to you. See the secretary. But I saw it. They cut it. They cut it very violently. The same thing with the floor. They cut it. And then they lifted it. They pulled it. And that's what it is. And, we've done over 50 monuments. Number one, we start with, this is now a safe city. It's as safe a city as you're going to get in the country. And when I came here, it was a very dangerous city. And number two, what we did is the beautification with the parks and the grass and everything, removal of all the tents. And this is like a different place. One of the things we did is over 50 fountains and statues, most of which were in horrible shape. All of them were bad, but some were just absolutely horrible.
I mean, it's really outstanding that the people who vote for Donald Trump, they're really down to this. I just can't vote for a Democrat. So you vote for a lunatic? Oh my goodness. We got so many violations. Oh my goodness. Wow. So you just vote for a lunatic?
Couldn't even see the stuff. They've all been fixed. We also fixed the reflecting pool. In fact, if you go over there right now, it looks very good. It's up. Somebody said fertilizer in the water. If you put fertilizer in the water, you get algae. But somebody said they might have put fertilizer. They did something to create the algae, but that doesn't matter because that's been purified. It's dead. Laying at the bottom, they're taking it out. They vacuum it out. They vacuum it very carefully out. And it'll be back to health pretty soon. We're going to have to let the water out to fix the one little, there's two little areas, very little areas where they were cut, and we'll fix that, but it's not leaking or anything. It's got a base underneath.
Part of what's curious about this situation is we stood here with you in April when you first revealed the plans.
I said what?
In April, when you showed us pictures of what you were going to do with the pool, and you said you had a guy who was going to do it in a week for about $1 million.
Yep.
Well,
it's been 2 months since 16.
Here it goes, right? So, you know, he's running out of excuses, and we know this because we deal with this on TikTok. What does MAGA do when they run out of answers? Does anyone know the answer? What do they do? Because now all that other stuff he's been talking about hasn't been working. W's in the chat. Yep, it is Obama. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You got to pivot now to a Democrat.
$500,000.
Yeah, okay, ready? Barack Hussein Obama. Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
He spent 2 years and over $100 million on trying to fix it. You know what happened to it? Never even opened.
Right.
He took the water for the river. You know about that, right? It turned out to be putrid. And it destroyed the whole thing. Spent over $100 million. Him and Biden together spent $147 million. You know what happened? Never opened. You don't mention that, right?
But the
we spent about 10. Much of the money we spent are park workers. They're there whether they do this or not, as you know. They work in the park, and they're very good workers. They did a great job. So they were going to spend $300 to $400 million. You know that, and it was going to take 4 years. I spent about 6-7 weeks. And I spent
a fraction,
probably in terms of outside, probably $10 million, around 10 million. They say 16, but a lot of that is workers that work for the same thing. So they were going to spend 400 million. I spent 10. They were going to spend 4 years. I spent 2 months, maybe less.
Yeah.
And I have a better product. Now I can't help it if somebody goes in with a knife and starts hacking it up. And we also have pictures of it. You know,
Can you release the photos? We've been asking for that.
You'll see it. You'll see it in court. You'll see it in court. But all you have to do is call the Parks Department. Call the Department of Interior, and I don't know if their lawyers will allow you to speak to it because you know you write fake news. Call the Interior Department, and I understand they've arrested 5 people, and they have another 5 people that are under investigation. Here's the bottom line: we made so much progress in this city, people don't even recognize it. By the way, Memphis, Tennessee, crime is down 78% in a matter of months.
No evidence. No evidence whatsoever to validate any of the things that he's alleging happened to the reflecting pool. But one thing we do know is it's in terrible shape. Ducks passing away in the reflecting pool. His contractor, you know, making millions and millions of taxpayers' dollars. But why can't we get any evidence? He's not well. He is not well. He is mentally unfit to be the president of the United States. You know, because when you used to talk about Donald Trump, you used to talk about, you know, him as a person, right? His character, his qualifications, his experience, and that would be enough to disqualify him. But where we're at right now, with the cameras rolling all day long, constantly, one thing is crystal clear. Donald Trump is mentally unfit to be the president of the United States. Way, way worse than Joe Biden. Joe Biden, okay, yeah, he had some cognitive decline. He was an older man, but the man still knew how to make sense. The man could answer questions coherently. Donald Trump is not making any sense when he talks. Who on earth would take time out of their busy life to go jump into the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool with a small, you know what, and do what Donald Trump said? And all the cameras that are monitoring it, none of them saw it. What was he, an invisible superhero or something? And even if you want to say, oh, Zeus, he's just joking, he's trying to troll the media. Think about how much time he spent trying to make that story sound like it was really true, when he could have been using that same time to actually really get a good ceasefire with Iran, one that doesn't require the United States to surrender. It's really disturbing. It's really disgusting that you Trump voters you have no answers. And so before I open up the boxes, I gotta play the video, and this is a good video because you notice he pivoted to Barack Obama. And I just have a question for the audience, because they love to say Barack Obama is the most divisive president, right? And we've had conversations with MAGA. How many of you believe Obama was the most divisive president of our lifetime? I'm serious. Is there anyone out there that believes that? Is there anyone out there that believes former President Barack Obama was the most divisive president of our lifetime? Yeah, they won't give us any evidence. No, hell no, absolutely not. You mean to tell me, because we got a decent size of people in here. We got like 700 or so people, and not one of you believe Obama was a divisive president. All right, well then you know what? I got to give you all a huge round of applause. He was the best president. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Well, maybe you'll enjoy this video then, because some say, I think some people say, ladies and gentlemen, this may have been, and you all have seen it, but it hits different, honestly, when you watch it as of today, when you know what's going on. And then I'll open up the boxes. Let's watch former President Obama show the world that he was the most divisive president. All right.
Donald Trump has been.
It happened in April 2011 at one of Washington, D.C.'s most glamorous nights.
I got to talk to Donald as we were going to our seats, and he was in just such a great mood, and he was very jovial, and people were taking pictures, and it was very exciting that Donald was there. And
Trump's invitation to the exclusive gathering came after weeks of attacking President Barack Obama on television.
You are not allowed to be a president if you're not born in this country. He may not have been born in this country, but there's something on that person, maybe religion, maybe it says he's a Muslim, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want that, or he may not have one. But I will tell you this, if he wasn't born in this country, it's one of the great scams of all time.
Absolutely. But that night, in front of Washington's journalists, politicians, and power brokers, Obama would hit back.
President Obama takes the microphone.
All right, everybody, please.
Now, the question that honestly I need you all to answer is: did Obama go too far this night? Did Obama go too far? Because maybe Obama should have just said one joke. All right, maybe he should have, but maybe this is really when it went down.
See, Donald Trump is here tonight.
And proceeds to fillet Donald publicly.
No one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Like, did we fake the moon landing?
I was sitting 20 feet from him, and just the look of discomfort on his face.
What really happened in Roswell? And where are Biggie and Tupac?
Donald's face was so incredibly serious.
Stop Obama.
It was so incredibly
too much.
He just put on a poker face.
I was 2 tables away from Trump. The conventional way in Washington of absorbing.
Y'all quit laughing out there. Y'all know this is serious. This is serious. This is serious. Somebody's feelings got hurt,
A joke at the White House Correspondents' Dinner is to keep your chin up and at least pretend to have a sense of humor about it, even if you go cry into your pillow that night. Trump was steaming.
He was steaming that night. And this is coming from people who were there and they watched it. Could you all imagine the level of anger that Obama, and that was just the first hit. That was just the first hit.
His face was all locked in. He was not having a good time.
All kidding aside, obviously we all know about your credentials and breadth of experience. For example, no, seriously, just recently in an episode of Celebrity Apprentice, at the steakhouse, The men's cooking team did not impress the judges from Omaha Steaks.
Oh.
And there was a lot of blame to go around, but you, Mr. Trump, recognized that the real problem was a lack of leadership. And so ultimately you didn't blame Little John or Meatloaf. You fired Gary Busey. And these are the kind of decisions that would keep me up at night.
And he's being treated.
Woo! W's in the chat for Obama. I mean, and I'm going to be honest with you. Obama could have stopped right there and he was done. If Obama would have stopped right there, it'd have been like, all right, great sparring. All right, good. You two go back to your corners. Fight's over. But Obama didn't stop.
Like a piñata by the President of the United States. And I think he felt humiliated.
Oh.
Well handled, sir. Well handled.
But it just kept going and going, and he just kept hammering him. And I thought, oh, Barack Obama is starting something that I don't know if he'll be able to finish.
Say what you will about Mr. Trump. He certainly would bring some change to the White House. Let's see what we've got up there.
Donald dreads humiliation, and he dreads shame. And this is why he often attempts to humiliate and shame other people. So in the case of the president ridiculing him, I think this was intolerable for Donald Trump.
I think that is the night that he resolves to run for president. I think that he is kind of motivated by it. Maybe I'll just run. Maybe I'll show them all.
Every critic, every detractor will have to bow down to President Trump. It's everyone who's ever doubted Donald, whoever disagreed, whoever challenged him. It is the ultimate revenge to become the most powerful man in the universe.
God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
Donald Trump's fantasy is to be the guy who takes the key to the Oval Office from Barack Obama's hand in 2017. And it's personal. This is a burning personal need that he has to redeem himself from being humiliated by the first black president.
He's trying to redeem himself from being humiliated by the first black president. You know what's sad about it, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, W's in the chat for Dolphin. He humiliated himself. All Obama did was hold the mirror up. That's what makes it sad. W's in the chat for Kabira. That's what makes this really sad. He brought it on himself. All Obama did was show Donald Trump who he really is, and Trump doesn't like it. So if he doesn't like it, what makes him think the rest of us like it? All right. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, oh my gosh, we'll open up the boxes. Yeah, it's the man in the mirror, and hopefully hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. I mean, we've been having once again a wild ride this morning, but let's go. You know the rules, all right? You got to be honest, you got to be transparent, and you got to want to tell the truth. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Dolphin. Well, good morning, Dolphin. How are you?
Second. Woo, that was fun.
Yeah, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm good. I hate this stupid tablet.
Oh, okay. All right. You're doing good. Welcome, Dolphin.
Hi, everybody. Wow. Guess what, guys?
What's that?
I'm listening to the audiobook of that Regime Change by Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. The things that I did not know about that was happening in his first term were just as nuts as this term, but only he's getting away with it this term.
Yeah. Think about that. Think about that. What is he getting away with that you're saying probably the average Trump voter doesn't know? Because it's too much to keep up with. I haven't started reading the book, but from what I've heard so far, it's very alarming that he's allowed to not do his job, do all of these other things that are outside of his job description, and still maintain the amount of support that he's getting.
Apparently, let's see. There was Mark Milley and somebody else. He wasn't listening to. He was like double talking Joe Biden. He was like saying how Hunter Biden was a great person and speaking about Joe Biden to his face about how much of a great person that Joe Biden was and that he respects him and all this other stuff, and then attacked him all during his presidency.
Yeah. The man's unstable. He's unstable.
What in the world is this? Okay, is it me or wasn't it on May 29th or 9th, one of the two? Trump said that it is so thick, you can't even use a knife to cut it. You can't, it's such thick rubber.
He said that?
And then, yeah, wow. I have a video. Oh, fuck, I'm on the wrong account. Give me a second. Uno momento, por favor. Let me switch back to my main on a different device.
You know, he says so many different things, and he's like playing both sides, right? That it's hard to determine, honestly, what you should nail him to the cross, so to speak, for. But it does. The chat is agreeing with you. They said he did say that, so I take your word. I take your word.
Here it is. I have it.
Play it.
For at least 50 years, you'll never have a link. It's very strong. You couldn't, if you had a knife, I don't want to give anybody ideas. If you had a knife, you can't even cut it. So strong, so powerful, like powerful rubber. It is beautiful.
I'm done. And I
looked at just one of the little pieces that they did to finish. It's like a piece of glass. Beautiful. Q today. Are the contractors who did the initial work with the reflecting pool, are they blind for the current condition, or is it the
wow.
We have 100, we have I think 290, 300 foot slit.
Wow.
A knife of some kind, but we had people lifting up the basic, some of the, but it's not a lot of damage, but we'll probably have to let the water out and refix it.
I'm sorry, Donnie. Wasn't that supposed to be like indestructible? Just like the whole nuclear thing was obliterated?
Wow. Yeah, I heard him just say it couldn't be cut. Wow. Wow, I mean, I'm speechless, Dolphin, honestly, but I'm not shocked.
Honest question, MAGA, when are you gonna fucking see the rainbow through those rose-colored lenses? You keep looking through through to see that man is apparently perfect in your eyes. But why can't you recognize that every single other person, not only in this country but in the world, that is looking at this and telling you that he is a fascist, that he is not a good person, that he has done all this illegal crap, but you believe him.
I'm listening, and none of them want to come up here and try to defend him. So what does that say to us, Dolphin?
It's either now they're just realizing that they effed up, or they're way too proud, racist, hateful, bigoted, transphobic, let's see, misogynistic, can I go on?
Yeah.
People that will never admit they were wrong, just like Trump.
There you go. W's in the chat for Dolphin. And I heard you didn't keep it clean.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. W little hawk. Thank you, bro.
W little hawk.
Yeah.
So, I'm just sick of the lies. I don't know why these people aren't getting sick of the fact that this man does nothing but lie to their faces. We're exhausted with the lies. Why aren't you?
Yeah.
Why aren't you MAGA sick of this shit?
There you go again, I caught you twice, Dolphin. Now, come on.
I'm gonna try not to. Zeus, you're the most handsome man on this world.
Oh, thank you. Now that's going to get you a point. Seriously.
I know, that's why I said it. Oh, look, we got cherries. Time to play the Tiny Willie song.
Galaxy for cursing? All right, that's a good one, Kabira. Galaxy for cursing. How many of you agree with that rule? Let's go. There you go. All right, well, listen.
I'm terrible. I don't.
I understand.
I don't have any money, guys.
I understand your
just let me clarify to you guys. I no longer basically have any money left over at the end of the month.
Don't worry.
I receive only $2,000 in Social Security disability, and because I am on disability, I cannot even get money for taking care of my mom, in which I do.
Wow.
So that would be extra money from Social Security that I would be getting, but I legally am not allowed to. And my health insurance just went up $125 this month. My mom's went up $85 this month. And our DTE bill went up another $100 this month.
What's DTE?
It's our electric bill.
Oh, okay. That's what they call it out there. I've never heard of DTE. Wow.
All I know is that we didn't run our heat or our air at all last month. And it still went up $100.
Wow. Thank you.
My neighbor, I feel very bad about send Dolphin a Cash App. Thank you, Q Dog. Yes, my Cash App is in my bio. I do not mention it. Anybody that knows me or been in my lives knows I don't ask for gifts, taps, shares, or mention that I have a Cash App.
And I don't know how you've done it, but you've even supported me, which is incredible. Because I feel bad now, Dolphin. You don't need to do that. I mean, it's a good thing that you're on TikTok and you're being a good person and advocating and telling the truth and spreading the word. That's what we need you to do.
Oh, thank you for the gifts. But what you don't understand about me, Zeus, is that money isn't a thing for me. Yes, it is to, pay bills and whatnot.
Right.
But money is not what makes me happy.
What makes you happy?
Spreading joy and happiness and putting smiles on people's faces when they come into my life or anything like that brings me happiness.
You hear that, Angus? This is a real human here talking. Someone that's not brainwashed like you. It's amazing because, if you talk to a Trump voter, you say, what makes you happy? You know what they'll say? Smelling Trump's diaper. Listening to his lies. Yeah. Spreading his disgusting mis and disinformation. I mean, but you're really bringing the humanistic qualities back to America, which is what we need more of. W's in the chat. I appreciate that, Dolphin.
I am a registered Democrat, but I am not. I am what I call myself a humanitarian.
Thank you.
Because I care for everyone. Heck, I get insects here in my basement, and I won't even unalive them. That's how much I care about things.
Yeah. You have a big, beautiful heart, Dolphin. Don't change anything, all right? Keep being the awesome, authentic person you truly are. Don't let these demons try to seduce you, because there's a part in the Bible, Jesus was supposedly tempted by the devil. No, don't. Whatever they're offering you, don't take it, all right? Because they can't deliver on any of it, all right? I appreciate it.
Nothing will change me.
Big, beautiful heart.
Nothing will change me. But anyways, yes, like Q-Dog said, send Dolphin a text.
Send Cash App, yes.
You guys don't have to. You guys don't. Yes, it is. That's what DTE is, Detroit Edison.
See, I didn't know that, but I learned something. Detroit Edison. All right, Dolphin. Now, listen, I got to bring some of your friends up here, all right? But do not let any of this negative stuff that's going on discourage you. It's temporary. Everything that starts has an end, right? And the Trump presidency has to follow the same rules, all right? We just got to survive.
Like I said, I look at this presidency, they're a bunch of bullies. I've dealt with bullies my whole life. Fuck the bullies. All right, guys. Sorry, Mama Zeus. I did it again. And guess what? Let me wean myself down. I'm sorry, Mama Zeus. Zeus.
Thank you. W's in the chat for Dolphin. No lies detected, and that's what we need. More honest conversations. Wow. But, hopefully we keep it clean, especially because, I got nieces and nephews and things like that. I try not to, make them have too much to deal with, as an uncle, right? It's already bad enough. I'm sending them straight to hell, all right? But I get it, all right? It's a very difficult thing. Again, it's okay. We will survive. Who do we have next? All right. The heavy hitters. We got our heavy hitters back. All right. W's in the chat for Chiquisha. Good morning.
Good morning, Zeus. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, minus, some of the setbacks that I've had, but it's norm. It's par for the course. How about you?
I'm doing good. Listen, y'all hear Dolphin Cash Out. Them gifts, when you send gifts, that's nice, but TikTok takes some of your gifts and they take some of the money that the gifts equal to. So it's better to send cash apps. So send her a cash out. Send her a cash out.
Wow.
Help a sister out. She needs some help. She do a little dance on TikTok. We go watch her for entertainment, but send off on a cash app. That would be real sweet.
Thank you.
That would be real
That's
sweet.
so nice of you, and that's mighty kind of you, Kiki. All right, you have a big heart too.
Hey, I understand struggle. I promise you, I do.
Yeah.
I understand getting your check on the 3rd and it be gone by the 10th. So I understand struggle.
Yeah.
Zeus.
Yes.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Michael Phelps or Ryan Lochte had to dive in that pool and cut what Donald Trump said they could. He started out saying that the slit was 250 to 300 feet. Then he changed it from 300 to 350 feet, all in the same press conference. Tomorrow is going to be 400. Next day is going to be 5.
Hey, D.
Then he going to go back to 450. Zeus, how you cut concrete? Remember he said they cut
with a knife.
They cut the line and then they went and cut where the paint was.
Yeah.
How you cut concrete with a razor, with a box cutter, Zeus?
Hey, man. W, Kiki.
Really? Really, Zeus?
I'm sitting there thinking about it, and because I've been to the pool, and I'm sitting there saying, wouldn't somebody drown trying to jump in there and be underwater that long? I mean,
that's why I said it had to be Michael Phelps or Ryan Lochte. The ones who won the Olympic medals for swimming for the USA.
Yeah.
It had to be one of them, Zeus.
Olympians.
You know what? that man lies so much. The more lies he tell, the better that hair kick up in the back like a kickstand on a bike. He need to stop all that lying, Zeus.
Yeah.
It's getting utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, ask the secretary, the parks people. I saw the slit.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, you ain't been near water since you got in office.
Hey, man.
So you ain't even bathing.
Yeah.
Stop it.
No. Somebody says 2 feet deep, but no, you can't be underwater for 2 feet forever, can you? I mean, seriously, you go into that pool and the way you have to cut the way that he was describing, you got to be underwater for a minute to keep doing all of that. He said, how many feet was it?
He said it was 3.
Oh, yeah.
First it was 250 to 3.
You gotta be.
Then it was 3 to 350.
Yeah.
Zeus.
You know how much that damage that'll do to a human body? Not being able to breathe 2 feet away. I mean, that's just me, but if some of you can do it, then maybe Trump is right. I don't know.
Zeus, do you know how much mind control a person gotta have on you?
Yeah.
Where everything somebody else says is a lie, but everything you say is the truth. You notice that every time you say something that contradicts some Trump say, the first thing MAGA holler is fake news and you're lying.
Yep.
But everything he say is the gospel. I wouldn't want my mind controlled like that for nothing.
Wow. You think so?
Zeus, we are watching real time a cult. A real time cult, Zeus.
Yeah.
We are watching a man with total mind control of grown men.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've always said it. I've always said this. When this is all said and done, Donald Trump is going to go down in history as the most successful ringleader ever.
The most successful mind controller ever. I believe he better than David Copperfield. He tricking them, Zeus.
Yeah.
He tricking them real bad. Silly rabbit tricks are for kids. Get your mind back.
Yeah.
Please stop letting this man make a fool out you.
Yeah.
goodness, Zeus.
I've never seen anything like this. You know, and initially when he ran in 2016, it was like, okay, he got lucky. You know what I'm saying? But after January 6th, that's when my mind realized, oh no, he has 100% mind control. Because for these folks to have sat there and literally, you know how hard it is to get the, you know, you got family reunions you gotta go to, you got birthday parties. Someone sends you an invite. Do you always go?
No.
Thank you. Sometimes you can't afford to go, right? Especially if it's across the country. And this man, after losing the election, has a rally and convinced the poorest people to all converge at the Capitol on January 6th. I never seen anything like that in my life.
Let's talk about today, Zeus. Now y'all on there doing a poll about what to call the Democrats. Y'all laughing on social media and crying at the grocery store. You excited because you thinking he owning the you thinking he owning the libs, and they in the grocery store with a calculator and you too.
Ooh.
But you can't see that you ain't prospering because you so busy over here looking at the fact that we ain't either. Not knowing you in the same situation. But that's how you got your mind tricked. All us in the same boat trying to fill the same hole because you got a red hat on, you thinking you in a different boat. Zeus.
Cooked. You cooked them.
Zeus.
Go ahead. Go. Cooked.
Zeus. Come on, Zeus.
Yeah.
All of us are getting equally butt pumped, Zeus. They like it, we don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it again. They like it. They know Vaseline.
Nasty work.
They want theirs without Vaseline.
They like putting all 10 in. W, Takesha. They letting them put all 10 inches in. That's crazy, Takesha. You shouldn't talk like that. I gotta give this to you. That's disgusting.
I'm sorry, Zeus, but it's getting ridiculous. Like I said, they around here laughing. Oh, he's owning the libs. The libs are crying.
Yeah.
And they buying Kleenex too. But they don't know they buying Kleenex.
Sick.
They in the grocery store, Zeus, picking up stuff they can't afford and got to put back. But they don't even see that they got to put the stuff back.
Wow.
Because they really think that it's harming one party and not the other.
Yeah.
And that's the Jedi mind trick. He been playing on them since 2016.
You know what? You're totally right. You're totally right. Imagine, because we've ran into these characters on this show. Imagine being in the same situation we're in. And like you said, you're wearing a red hat, but you go inside of the grocery store. You got to say, honey, put that back. You got to, oh, baby, put that back because they can't afford it. And the only thing that they say to themselves to make themselves feel better is, at least I'm not a Democrat.
At least I'm not a lib.
This is crazy.
We can't buy these groceries. But guess what, baby? We're not them damn Democrats.
That's sad.
And the whole time can't they don't want to pay for our groceries. But you think you better because you got an R and you think Trump love you. Bless y'all wannabe loved hearts.
I've never seen anything like this.
They some wannabe love people. And Zeus, they loving on a man who don't even know their name.
Wow.
Who can pass by them on the street and probably won't even speak. And they get a joy just by him looking in the camera saying, I love MAGA.
Wow.
And they believe it.
Wow. I believe you. I believe you because, when we ask them for evidence, they never give us anything. And the best answer I've gotten so far is the stock market. That's the best that they've given us. Because it went over 50,000. Did you know that?
Zeus, half of them don't even have stock. They bragging on something that ain't even benefiting them. They bragged on Elon Musk becoming a trillionaire. A man who is not even from over here became a trillionaire before a natural born American did.
Wow.
That makes sense to you, Zeus? You bragging on somebody else's money that you will never spend. That makes sense to you, Zeus?
No.
The man, I'm going to say this, then I'm going to go.
Go ahead.
The man yesterday got in the box and said, my 401k is doing great. Thank you, good economy. That has nothing to do with the economy, sir. Because when you go to Walmart, You don't have a debit card that said
Yeah.
401k that you can spend that 401k when you need it at that register.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go because these people just too ridiculous for me to keep losing my voice over.
Amen. Amen.
Have a great one, Zeus.
No, you too. All right. Do we have any Trump voters out there? Are there any Trump voters out there? Go ahead and send us a guest request. We will bring you right on up here. Good morning, Kabira.
Good morning, Zeus. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better now that you're up here. Wow, it's an honor to have you.
Why, thank you. Thank you. You know, the Trump comedy hour, Zeus, you really can't make this stuff up. The man wanders off, you know, at the G7 when they were taking the pictures.
Yeah.
He wandered off. Then he looking like a sack of sad potatoes. You know, I said, oh, my God, look at this guy.
Yeah.
You know, he starts wandering off, and then the other guy comes, and then he sees him, and he goes back. It's just sad. And then when they went to the president's palace, did you see him when he met him and his wife? And then he starts wandering off again. And so the president has to grab the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Deuce, it's really crazy. This is we're in crazy town right now.
Wow.
But the best lie Trump ever told was this was the reflective pool. I just can't.
You can't get over it, right?
This. I can't. You know, I was telling Keisha, I can't get over it. This is so funny.
Yeah.
And the sad part about it is MAGA will believe it. You know, they believe anything this man tells them. Actually, you know, I thought about it and I said to myself, no, he's not Jim Jones. He's Charles Manson. See, Charles Manson had his little followers go up to Beverly Hills, and you know what they did in 1969 with the Sharon Tate. So Trump got those clowns going up there on January the 6th. I mean, he has that much mind control where they want to tear down the U.S. government.
Think about that, Kabira, and you make this point, right? So he will pardon the people who did that, but he's bringing in the National Guard and law enforcement over the reflecting pool.
Exactly.
Isn't that the most bizarre thing
It's
ever?
diabolical.
Yeah.
It's diabolical. I mean, it makes no sense, Zeus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, really, you know, this must have been a phantom cutter. And with the box cutter, this individual was Phantom. I mean, the Invisible Man.
Yeah. I've never heard a story, or I've never heard anyone say such a thing that was so ridiculous, but kept going on and on and on, trying to get people to believe it.
I'm going to give you one ridiculous story, then I'm going to say one thing and I'm going to drop. My father told me when he was a little boy, they had some tuna fish in the cabin. Now, I don't know which story is better, Trump in this reflective pool and my father, right?
Yeah.
So he saw the can of tuna fish and he opened it and he ate it. And he threw the can of tuna fish in the garbage can. Now, he must have been about 8 years old.
Okay.
So his mother saw the can of tuna fish in the garbage can. This is a true story because he told me about it. He said, who opened up this can of tuna fish? He said, well, Mother, because they didn't know how to pronounce mother, so they called her Mother, right? He said, well, Mother, I opened the cabinet and the can opener was laying down and tuna fish fell on the can opener and it opened itself. So that's how ridiculous. That's how ridiculous this is.
Wow,
you know
that's actually a good answer because I think many of us have done that before. There are can openers out there, Kabira. Maybe you didn't know that when you drop the can and you watch Popeye, you kind of understand that that's how that happened. You know that?
Exactly.
You ever seen Popeye squeeze the can?
Squeeze a can of spinach, and all of a sudden he got that big muscle with the anchor on his forearm.
Go ahead, yeah. The imagination's crazy when it actually starts working, but yeah.
and my last thing I want to say is to Miss Kiki. Now I'm gonna fall out with her, Zeus. She broke my heart, Zeus.
Why?
Zeus.
Yeah.
She puts ketchup on a fish sandwich. I say, Kiki. I said to Keisha, no, you gotta put mustard, hot sauce, onions, and pickles. See, I'm not fooling with you, Kabir. You know I told you about that. She knows I like hot foods, and hot foods, it kind of tears me up a little bit. But,
Hey, hold on. I think we might have to do some. I don't want to send Kiki where we got a place for that. Does this need to go to that, Kabir? Because I take your word.
Yeah, Zeus. To be from Alabama, Zeus, and she putting ketchup on a whiting fish sandwich. My soul sister, I know she did. I'm waiting for her to. I know she gonna hit me up. I know she gonna hit me up when I finish.
So that's a sin. That's
a sin.
Kiki,
come up, Kiki.
I can't have this. This is a crime in the Black community, to be quite honest.
Zeus, who wants onions and pickles on a whitening filet fish sandwich? Onions and pickles, Zeus.
With mustard and hot sauce.
Zeus, I use ketchup and mustard, tartar sauce on my whitening filet fish sandwich. I'm not finna put no doggone onions and pickles on no darn fish sandwich. This is not McDonald's.
See?
Kabira. See how I dropped the miss? Kabira.
What's so, sister?
Let it go.
Let it go.
Please.
We have, but Kiki, come on now. And we talking to Kiki because we know Takesha is saved, sanctified, and full of the Holy Spirit. But Kiki, that's a different type of person.
Zeus, I'm not even finna play with Kabir with that sandwich. I'm not finna put no onion and pickle on no whitening filet. No. I'm sorry.
Ketchup on it.
Ketchup and mustard. With a little tartar sauce.
Well, I still love you, little sister, but
I don't know nothing about that, Kabir. You're up here trying to embarrass me. You're talking about you're gonna fall out with me. I don't know what your problem is.
Listen to her, Zeus. You hear?
Yeah. The flesh. She's not speaking in the spirit.
I'm sorry,
it's the flesh.
I'm gonna do better. It's Trump fault.
It's Trump fault. We gonna blame Trump.
Okay, we can do that. That's a good.
Okay. So, Takesha, to get back in your good graces, I'm going to Dave's Hot Chicken. I'm having my daughter take me to Dave's Hot Chicken, and I'm getting the Reaper.
And don't call me later on when you do don't fight.
Tell them
when you do don't fight, don't call me.
Wow. Yeah, that was a close call, but we can't have you out there doing that, Kiki. All right, so please be careful out there. All right, stay away from the ketchup.
Goodbye, Zeus.
I'm
not playing with y'all today.
I appreciate it. Because we were
all right, Zeus.
All right.
You take it easy, little brother.
All right. Thank you, sis. Ladies and gentlemen, W's in the chat for Kabira. So, in case you all didn't know, I guess who's back? You all see that? Do you all see that? Yeah, while I was doing the live, I was interacting with, TikTok about that violation that I got, and they brought the account back. So I'm in a better mood now because that's very, you just get this thing off the ground, and then Trump, I don't know what it is, but I think they looked at it and they realized you can't say the Q stuff on TikTok, and I should have known that. But I want to say thank you all, honestly, for sticking it out with me on the backup account, because that violation was supposed to go all the way until the 26th or something. But we're back, ladies and gentlemen. So it just goes to show you, honestly, how important all of you are. I wouldn't be able to kind of have this, I would believe, leverage. Like Rick says, we're verified, right? I wouldn't be able to have this leverage if the audience wasn't doing a great job supporting the platform. So seriously, I want to thank all of you for being so supportive. Verified and bona fide. Yeah. I did, and I do feel, because, when I know a lot of people really can't afford to, send money on social media, but my perspective has shifted. I try to also be a supporter of other creators too, because I get how the game works. They tend to support creators that are, obviously contributing to the platform, as opposed to just being, people that normally view the content. So I try to return the favor as much as possible. So again, thank you. But if you cannot, I say this, the best way to support any creator without spending a dime, is just sharing their content on the platform, whatever the platform is. That also does support the creator's ability to actually have a major impact. So thank you. And again, I am, there's some things that I'm working on behind the scenes. Hopefully that I can do more than just sit on this app and do what I do. And I'll be rolling that out in short order. But I do also understand that this platform is obviously, it's became a vehicle for other creators to go off and do whatever they wanted to do, which is, I'm totally okay with that. Or even we have an amazing creator who here he is, Nutty, for instance. Welcome Nutty. He's one of the people that's been with me for pretty much the beginning, and it's nice to know that he's actually out in the community that he is in, and not only saying what he is saying on TikTok, but actually boots on the ground in his state of Missouri and running a campaign. And hopefully he can get in a position, because guess what? And I'm going to say this to Nutty. Once he gets into position, guess who's going to come over there and babysit him? Me, Big Zeus. Yeah, I'm going to, and I'm going to show, and it's going to show people that, we can do more than just get up here and bash Donald Trump. We can actually have, elected officials, actually taking the information out here and actually applying it to wherever they're at. So good morning, Nutty. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good.
First, before I get started, let me say to Keisha, no catch up. I agree with Kabira. I agree. Kabira, you're correct. No catch up on fish. Absolutely not. Hot sauce, mustard, and onions. Absolutely.
But we gonna give Kiki a pass today. Father, forgive her, for she knows not what she do.
So, but see, this reminds me, because I actually talked to Takesha this morning, and I was teasing her about the candidate that ran in Alabama under the name of Pickle Booty.
What?
Yes, this is a true story. There was a candidate that ran for office in Alabama, and his name was Pickle Booty, and he actually got some votes. Zeus, Pickle Booty,
Pastor Pickle
and I cannot.
Booty.
Yeah,
we a pastor?
We can't make the
WVIP.
Hey, listen.
Please don't say. Is he black?
Yes. I guess he figured we could put a clown in the White House like Trump. Listen. Y'all don't boo me. Don't boo the messenger. But anyway, let me stop right there. Kingdom. I have a message for the kingdom. On yesterday, you all made me emotional yesterday, because when we told you guys to just donate $1, to donate $2 to the campaign, Zeus, I tried to get back in the live to thank everybody, because after I got off the panel, even before I got off the panel, the Cash Apps started coming in. The Cash Apps started coming in. And they were consistently coming in. Good. And I'm a be honest. You all made me very emotional, because I hate asking. This is the biggest thing, the hardest thing for me on a campaign trail is asking for money. That is the hardest thing to do for me, because I just don't like to do it. But realizing that you gotta have money in order to make a successful bid for a campaign.
Yeah.
We gotta have money. So I appreciate every single person. There's people that I know that sent a donation that I know are struggling. And that it warmed my heart, because when someone is struggling and they still send their very best, that means they believe in you and they believe in the message that you're putting out. And that is the highest honor. That little that small donation that they made, that's more important to me than someone donating $1,000.
Yep.
Because that means that, hey, I believe in your message, that if I had more, I would give you more. So that makes me fight even more to get in office and to Isaiah 117, to do good and to seek justice.
Doesn't it? See, that's what this is about. But you know, Nutty, leave it up to a lot of your critics and your detractors. They'll say you're a terrible person and a hateful man.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine because, you know, when we say stuff, when I hear stuff like that, Zeus, it reminds me of my grandmother who has since gone on. When I would get in trouble, because my grandparents helped raise me, right?
Right.
I would get in trouble at school and be like, but they said this, that, and the other about me. They did this, they said this. And she would look at me and she would say, you know what she would tell me?
What's that?
They talked about Jesus. What makes you think that you are more important than Jesus? That's what she used to tell me. So there was no excuse for my reaction to what they were saying. There was no excuse for it. That taught me a valuable lesson, even in my adulthood. Because that lesson, getting my butt whipped as a child because I did something wrong, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because we have gentle parenting now.
Oh.
I didn't get raised with gentle
Marissa,
parenting.
I saw that, Marissa. Please, Nutty, please lighten up on the stuff.
That's my friend Marissa. I love her. But all I'm saying is this. I appreciate everyone in the kingdom. I appreciate every single one of you. So please always remember to support local candidates, because when we are running for office locally, that's where the government truly affects your life on a daily basis. So in honor of asking, because a couple of friends of mine, Zeus, they said to me, a closed mouth doesn't get fed.
True. I was raised on that. I was raised on that, yeah. You know, squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Absolutely. And the early bird gets we hear them all, right?
Yep.
The early bird gets the worm. So I'm going to ask you all to continue hitting that Cash App. I've even added the Venmo in my bio. I've even added it.
Yeah, he's going to pay it back. He's going to pay it back. Trust me.
Absolutely. If you can send the $5, the $10, it's great. And I appreciate it because it does make a difference. I had over $300 come in a 5-minute span yesterday because of this live. And anyone who gets in these boxes and to say that this brother that we're saying here, yes, he and I, we joke around about who's the most handsome, but we know the truth, right?
Though.
Listen,
really
we joke around about that.
I'm not joking. It's a serious situation.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying.
Because you just stick to doing your politician stuff. All right? I don't want you to encroach upon territory that's really dangerous now.
I appreciate him because anyone who gets up here in this box and say that this live don't help them progress, they're a liar. They are a liar. We come here because we get seen, we get heard, we get to say our piece in a respectful manner, and we get to engage. So I appreciate the kingdom. I appreciate you, Zeus, for allowing us the opportunity to get up here and say the things that we want while keeping it classy, while keeping it respectful.
True.
Because even though you're the only one with that blue mark next to your name, because you're verified, that means we're all verified.
Now he's on to something. Like I said, it wouldn't be possible without all of you. Seriously.
We are all verified. So I appreciate you. And last thing I'm going to say about this, before I get out of the box here, is that I want you all, especially MAGA and the Trump supporters, I want you all to remember something. Let's go back to the first term in the White House. take your mind back to that hellscape. I know what I'm asking you to do, and forgive me for it, but take your mind back to that hellscape. Remember when Donald Trump, there was not a week that went by without us seeing Donald Trump on the golf course, at his own golf course, raking in millions upon millions upon millions of dollars because of Secret Service, because of hotel stays at his own property.
Facts.
During his first administration. And look at him today. He's still stealing the money. That hasn't changed. But he's not out there every single day. But yet you had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to say that Joe Biden was in moral and cognitive decline. You had the audacity to say that Joe Biden was in cognitive decline. This man can't even stand up behind the Resolute desk. He has to sit down and blow people away from him because he stinks. But yet you still will not call it like we see it. The fact is that yes, Joe Biden did get slower, but he got slower because of age.
Yeah.
Yes, Joe Biden did have a stutter. And the older he gets, the more his stutter has come back. Yeah. Absolutely. But cognitively, I would take Joe Biden right now over Donald Trump any day of the week and 2 times on a Sunday.
Y'all agree?
Because Joe Biden.
Oh.
Joe Biden. I'm sorry, what's that? Did you want to say something?
Scott said nutty, quit making, and he used an expletive up. He said that. See,
you know what? It's okay. So I'm channeling my childhood, where we used to say, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me."
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, we used to say that as a child.
Yeah. So Scotty, say what you will, buddy. Just like the comments yesterday, talking about effeminate and all. Say what you want. Because once again, I'm going to say this. What's that?
I know who I am, and I know whose I am.
Amen. Preach on that.
So with that being said...
Now, that's Nutty being a politician. Y'all. He's being a politician today. I can see it.
Yeah. No, that's not me.
You're nice
to Scott.
Me being a politician. You let Scott off. Because I know you. You could have instantly, burnt him up just like that. But you let him off, so that's nice of you to show that you have that range. The reason because I have to show growth as well. Yeah.
I have to show growth as well. Here I am asking for the honor, for the privilege to represent people.
Yep.
So I have to lead by example. I can't fly off the coop because I feel like I want to, because I get the satisfaction in the moment. Because trust me, I want to tell Scott where to go. Trust me, I do. But when I'm asking for the honor of representing the people, and the forefront of my campaign is people first, I have to lead by example. I have to know how to temper my own mouth, Zeus, which is a hard thing to do for me.
Yeah.
Because I want to go off on folks.
Yeah. You're being honest.
I want to go off. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna let somebody else come up and share their thoughts today.
Yeah.
But y'all keep in mind, please continue to support local candidates. I'm not telling you not to support federal candidates, but it's your local government, all the way down to dog catcher, that affects you on a daily basis. So hit the Cash App, hit the Venmo. Links are in the bio.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me this space, Zeus. And y'all have a great day.
All right, you too, ladies and gentlemen. W's in the chat for my brother Nutty. Scott, I don't get it. What is your problem with Nutty? Scott.
I don't know what's wrong with your microphone, Zeus. I cannot hear you. I can see your lips moving, but you are not talking.
You cannot hear me.
It's like you're completely muted, dude. I can't hear a word you're saying. I can see your lips talking, but you're not coming through.
That's a lie, Scott.
I can't hear you.
Okay. All right. All right. So he's been listening to the whole show and he hasn't heard a word that I said. But he's here. What's crazier, that story or the reflecting pool? What's crazier? Somebody tuning into a live where they can't hear the host, but they've been watching the show for an hour, hasn't heard a word I've said, or the reflecting pool? Scott, it's actually the story of your life. You've never been able to understand anything that I've said. So today is just another day of you showing up to report to the class, to the audience, that the brain is just not working. W Zeus. Think about that. VIP, am I right? July Love, come here. Am I right? Ange, am I right? He could never hear a Democrat. He could never hear the truth. I get it. You're just sitting up here and you're saying what comes to your mind, all right? Scott wants attention. You know, Scott lives on the road, ladies and gentlemen. Please be nice to Scott. Good morning, Poetivity. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
You can
know
hear
what
me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Yes.
Yeah, so this morning I had like this super revelation. In that, like, it's always been in my voting behavior, but after Barack Obama's ceremonial opening and the comedians showed up in the tan suits, because that was the biggest scandal of his presidency. And this morning when Kabira and Takesha got into it because of a massive scandal over her choice of condiments for fish sandwiches.
True.
Yeah, I decided that from now on, after the Trump presidency, the only scandals I want to tolerate are black scandals.
I mean, because it's understandable, right? It makes perfect sense. It's not a bunch of incoherent nonsense. It doesn't cost much, maybe, So I get it, and actually, in a way, it's entertaining.
Well,
how much.
I understand they're serious scandals, but I want like an entire administration, an entire leadership team at every level of government that is filled with black scandals.
Oh, wow. That is think about how great this country would be.
Oh, man.
If that happened.
It would not only be great, but the news would be so
popping. It would be
entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean,
you would be prouder than you have ever been to be an American. I believe it in my heart. But make sure these people are not the blagga type. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't think you were suggesting that, but I just had to put that out there because I know some folks got some ideas in their brains. All right. If you're blagga, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I can't decide what MAGA people of any hue are good for. Like I can't decide. Like once we deal with the end of the Trump presidency and we've had to deal with this P3DO at the head of our government and daily scandals and lies and all of that. All the people that supported him, I'm like, what do we want to do with these people? Like, there's no position that's low enough for them. And it's like, do we put them all in prison? No, maybe we ship them all to an island with their pews and they all figure it out.
We send them to Epstein Island. Let's just send them to Epstein Island.
And then we put security all the way around the island so they can't get off the island. Like I just really don't know what to do with them. And so anyway, so that's what I decided this morning, and that's all I wanted to come up and say is I want an entire government at every level, in every position, in the FBI and the CIA and everywhere. I only want black scandals from now on.
Amen. Thank you, Poetivity. You always have a very beautiful way of highlighting, change that needs to take place in America. And the many people who don't understand it, they'll think about it and they'll go, oh, that makes perfect sense. But yeah, basically we want to overhaul all the stuff that's going on in America right now and put a nice little beautiful black twist on it.
Oh man, I just, everything would get better. The food would get better. The dancing and music would improve. The inventions would be more clever. The educational opportunities all across the nation would be better. The physical fitness would be better. I mean,
yes,
there's so many things that would improve with black leadership across the board, and I'm just ready for it. I'm
ready to, Poetivity. And you know what? Let's keep the faith and let's keep putting that energy out there, because it's going to come. It's going to come one way or another, especially when we're out here doing the groundwork, the grassroots movement, stuff like this. Oh, it's going to come. And when it comes, it'll be marvelous.
Yeah, so everybody out there listening, if you're living in any area, I don't care how red it used to be, sign yourself up.
Yeah.
If you have the appropriate amount of melanin for running for a office, so we can all vote for you and make sure that you are leading us to basically the promised land.
Amen. North Star.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so, yep, I'll send.
Everything is better with salsa too. Yeah, I can do that too. I love salsa. Trust me, I'm a multicultural type of individual. All right, so I get it. But what Poetivity is saying is definitely critical as well, because when you got soul in it, it hit different.
Well, yeah, and I think we've seen how low YT leadership can go. And frankly, this is I thought there was a bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Somebody poked a hole in the bottom of the barrel and dug 10,000 feet below the earth to have this person leading us right now.
Wow.
And it's embarrassing on the world stage. Nothing is better, not even the stock market. And he is the lowest of the forms of humanity that exist in the United States. He is the worst.
Facts.
And I don't want to vote. I mean, people are talking about Gavin Newsom. People are talking about Joel Ossoff. No more. No more. Done.
Wow. That's how you feel? Wow. That's wild.
Yeah.
In the chat.
I do. They don't deserve power. They don't deserve leadership. They are not worthy. Female leadership will be amazing, and black leadership will be amazing. And when you have a combination of the two, we are on a whole new trajectory to the greatest country on the planet.
Wow.
So
from your lips to God's ears. Thank you, Poetivity.
Yeah, that's how I feel. So that's my feelings.
All right.
We have been shown how low YT male leadership can go, and it is too low for any power from now on.
Yeah,
right?
I completely agree. But all right, Thank you. Oh my goodness.
All right, have a good one, Zeus.
All right, you too, and thank you as always for coming up here and honestly sharing your perspective and the support too. It means a lot. Thank you, Poetivity.
Yeah. Okay, have a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Yeah. Do we have any Trump voters out there that are listening to this show and want to come up and repent and turn to Jesus, so to speak, but turn to the turn? You get what I'm saying? How many Trump supporters out there want to come up here and repent right now for their sins, their crimes against humanity? You know what I'm saying? Your marriage, you know how they do it at church? Your marriage is falling apart right now. You're on your bottom dollar right now. Your kids, they don't listen to you. They don't respect you. You're on the verge of losing your job. And you just at the point where you just feel like you can't take it anymore. You willing to throw your life away. Don't throw your life away. Come on up in the box right now. Come on up here right now. And let somebody lay some hands on you, all right? Let us cast that demon. Let us cast that demon right outside. Cast it right out of you. That demon got a serious stronghold on you. You can't even go make breakfast. You can't even get breakfast anymore because that demon is running your life and destroying everything. Just look at your life right now. It isn't going the way you thought it was going, right? Look at it. Donald Trump's up, you're not. You know you're out there and you're suffering right now. Send a guest request right now. Yes, send a guest request right now. I promise you. We will help you get rid of that disgusting, sick MAGA demon that has been destroying your life. How many decades? 10, 20, 30 years? Yeah. Anybody out there? Oh, Scott can't hear. W's in the chat for heaven. Of course Scott can't hear. Good morning, Shay. Wow, welcome,
Hey,
Shay.
hey.
How are you doing, Shay?
I'm doing great. It's a good show. I'm glad you got your main back, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. I was messaging them while this show was going on, so it's amazing they got back so fast. But thank you, yeah.
Yeah. It's all good. So proud of our Nutty, I tell you.
Yeah.
It's amazing what he's doing. And yeah, thank you guys for supporting him. I need to cash app him for sure. We got to show our support and got to do everything. So I love that. So Good job, Kingdom. You guys are the best.
Thank you.
Yay! That's awesome. But yeah, no, I just, I mean, what do you say? How much winning are we winning, MAGA? Like, are we winning yet? I'm just waiting on it. I've been waiting on it for a while.
You're going to be so proud of your country.
You hear that?
So proud of this country. I mean, literally, JD Vance is in Switzerland, right? Over the weekend, trying to make an agreement, right, with the Iranian consulate, right?
Yeah, I saw that, and then
in the middle of it, yeah. Trump just sabotaged the entire thing. You can watch the videos. They walk out. I'm sure you probably showed it.
Yeah.
I mean, JD Vance's face, realizing being told that the Iranian consulate's walking out.
Yeah,
of the peace agreements. Yeah.
And then the newest thing is Trump is saying, or JD was saying, that Iran has agreed to, inspections. But this morning the news broke, Iran said, no, we didn't agree to that. And then at the same time, we've actually released billions of dollars. I think they said it's around $12 billion to the Iranians, and they haven't given us a thing.
They haven't given us a thing. And do you remember the whole pallets of cash, right? By the Obama administration. But see, people don't know why that was released. That money was seized during the Iranian hostage crisis in 1979. That's how long the United States had held on to those funds.
Yeah.
That was their funds. That was their money. So the Iranians were suing the U.S. government to get that back for the last, whatever it was, 30 some odd years, right?
Yeah.
So when he did the JCPOA, that was part of them getting the inspectors. That was part of him saying, listen, we'll return the money if you agree to inspections, you agree to, a certain amount of uranium, you agree to all of that. That's what happened. Now, he couldn't just write a cashier's check or put it in a Swiss bank account. So that's why they came up with literally part of it was in cash, not all of it. It wasn't $1 billion in cash on a pallet and a plane, and they act like it was dropped through the air. Like, literally, they're like, they dropped a pallet of cash in Iran. I mean, it's like, you're ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
But that's what that was. 30 years later, part of getting them to the table, they released $1.7 billion. Now, we're already looking at 12 to 24 billion of money that we've seized from Iran and all the sanctions and everything that's been going on. So that's what's going on there. So we've already released money without them literally agreeing to anything. And is the Strait open or closed?
They say it's open, but to me it's 50-50. It's not at the level it was before the war started.
No.
And again, we're not getting accurate information. Trump's bragging about all these millions of barrels of oil that he claims has been released into the market. But again, it's nowhere near the level it was before the war started. And again, even to get us back to the place where we were before the war started, the question is, what was the whole purpose?
That's my point. Didn't we go in there basically to stop them from creating it's closed again, Blackbird. Okay, darling, thank you for the update. I see a lot of people saying it's closed right now, and that is so that's the problem. Is we're sitting here, we go in because they're going to make a nuclear weapon. We got to stop them. We can't have them have that.
They don't even need a nuclear weapon. All they need is a drone. You got drones, you can shut down 20% of the world's economy right there. Boom.
Look what Ukraine's doing to Moscow.
Yeah,
that's all drones.
So this whole idea about a nuclear weapon goes out the window when you're seeing, hey, I get more bang for my buck with a drone.
Yeah. I mean, are we kidding here? Just because they have it doesn't mean they may use it. There's no proof that they have it. There's no proof that they're doing any of this. Like, we had a good deal. Nothing is ever perfect, but at least there were inspectors if they let our inspectors in.
Yeah.
And the minute he canceled it, Iran just said, screw it. So good luck getting them to the table, no matter what's going on.
Yeah.
They operate very differently than we do. And they've discovered they have the power. They discovered they really have the power with that straight. So really, what do they need to do? What do they have to do? Nothing.
Yeah.
That's why every other president did not listen to Netanyahu and his BS.
Yeah.
Every other president understood that the Strait of Hormuz would cause economic collapse around the world. It's sad. Like, come on.
Did you see yesterday when he said he was questioned about economic destruction or a nuclear weapon, and he said, he has no problem using a nuclear weapon in so many words. You know what I'm saying? And I said, wow, the man doesn't care because he's not going to be on Earth much longer anyway, right?
No, he's not.
So he's trying to take out as many people as he can with him on his way out. This is a dangerous situation we're in as a country. I've never felt this. I've never felt this concerned about the future of the United States like I feel right now with Donald Trump.
No.
Literally showing he doesn't even care about any of the things that a lot of us believe are really serious, because his mind is more focused on the ballroom, the reflecting pool, stuff like that. Maple trees. We just found out he has an obsession with maple trees.
Does he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, the new book coming out, Regime Change, right?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just sit here and go, and I was listening to a live the other day, and one of the Russian bears was just literally the not the crazy one, but the other one. And basically just saying, like, I don't understand, you guys would be, if he cured cancer, you still would hate him, or you don't believe. I mean, JD Vance just said this is happening for the farmers, and they're saying that, and y'all don't believe it. Why would we believe this administration? Show me evidence that we should trust this administration.
I gotta say, he could do anything at this point, and I'm still not gonna like him because he's just a terrible person. He's done so many terrible things. I don't want to go off on a 20-minute rant about how terrible of a person he is, and he does one good thing, and all of a sudden, all of a sudden I'm going to welcome him back in. Absolutely not. He can never cure cancer anyway.
I mean, he's not going to cure cancer. He canceled freaking funding for cancer cures.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
That you don't even understand that his little Doge project took out funding to cure cancer. So why are you saying we'd be mad at him if he'd ever cure cancer? Because we know that fool would never cure cancer. They're anti-science.
Yeah.
They're anti-environment. They're anti-anything educational. Now they're anti-affordability.
And they're pro-screwworms. They're pro-screwworms. Do you hear about this? The screwworms? Now, I mean, it's like they are pro-chaos and destruction. They're pro-famine.
Yeah, they are.
And it's just sitting there going, okay, I get it now. They don't care about civilization at the end of the day. All they care about is smelling Donald Trump's dirty, disgusting diaper. And I'm still getting flashbacks about the women who raised their hand. Dean asked.
Oh my God, I know. I watched
How many of you would sleep with Donald Trump? And that woman, she did just like this, and was proud of herself.
She did. It was crazy, but that's what's so sick is that a lot of MAGA women, not all, but a lot, are absolutely looking for a man to take care of them, right? That's why they get on to feminists. Why do you want to choose a job over having a family? Because, I just want to be, I would do him because then I'd have Melania's lifestyle, because that's what I'm all about. I just want to be on a yacht and wear pearls and wear high heels and occasionally have to give it up to the dirty old man. But, that's all my life's about. And then I'll get Mar-a-Lago face with all the injections and all that. It's just exciting stuff, I'm telling you. It's just like, that's all they're about.
There's some things, I get it. There's some things you take to your grave, you'll never tell a soul. I get that. But honestly, that's one of the things, that you shouldn't be so vocal about. You do. All right. Because now we got to hold you to it. Anybody that sees any of you women that raised your hand and said you would do it, I want you to know you're on the do not fly list, so to speak. And everybody, if you go out in the dating market, you're cooked. Nobody's going to take you serious. No one's going to take you serious the moment. I'm dating the girl. I'm dating her. Yeah. She was on that one show and she raised her hand and said, yeah, she'd have, relations with Donald Trump. It's over after that. You can't explain that to nobody why you decided to take her seriously and take her to meet your family and stuff. It's a bad idea.
No, there's no substance to her. And that's what I just see a lot of women, sadly, that, they know they're not either smart enough or they're not willing to work hard enough and do what it is that it takes to succeed in basically a man's world. And no, it's not easy. The job that I have is male dominant. I mean, sommeliers are usually men. So I've had to work harder and smarter to be just as capable in that field, because I'll go in a bunch of oil guys, right? And they're like, oh, she's the song. And they'll sit there and try to test me on my knowledge and things like that. Oh, yeah, no. And they'll realize I know just as much, if not more. Yeah. And that's the thing I was talking to my son about it at the dinner table last night. It's like, you need to understand that being, what I've had to work for and what I've had to do. Yes, you have autism, so you're having to work, but everybody has something that they have to work against. Yep. No matter what it is with your situation, but you don't use it as an excuse and you figure out how to get it done. But that's the problem when we get back to the Mar-a-Lago face women. They don't want to do that. They just want to be in their little shelters.
They want to lay it up and they want to be laid up and get knocked up and stuff like that, and it be on payroll, so to speak. It's the oldest. 100%. It's the oldest thing in the book to try to do, but the market for that is it's flooded. There's not really much. There's really not much growth in those situations, and so anybody out there thinking that's the way to come up, you're sadly mistaken. Seriously, but all right, Shay.
Very true. All right, love you guys in the kingdom. Thanks for having me, man.
All right, W's in the chat for Shay.
All right, have a good day.
No lies.
Bye, y'all. Love you.
Yep. No lies detected. All righty then. Oh my goodness. Who do we have next? All right. Brother Val, welcome. Good morning. Brother Val. I think Val might be busy. Welcome, Miss Jack. Val, I think you might have been busy, bro.
Val fell asleep.
Uh-oh, I hope not. But it's not like he was taking care of business.
Hey, Zeus.
Hey, how are you?
I am wonderful. I got one question.
Sure.
Shouldn't winning feel like winning?
Absolutely.
Shouldn't everybody feel like we winning?
Absolutely.
Why only one person feel like he winning? He winning billions of dollars in his personal bank account from the last time I checked. That's why he's so doggone happy about winning, because he is winning all the MAGA money, all the taxpayer money. He's winning everything. This right here was probably a dream come true. When he got that gullible group of individuals to run they fools foolish self through January 6th. He was like, I got him. Because that
Yep.
was the day the cult was solidified. If nobody knows, January 6th is when he solidified the cult because
Yep.
he realized I can make these dummies
Mm.
believe things they just saw with their own eyes. I can tell them something different.
Yep.
That's when he knew he got him.
Mm.
So when they got him elected again, he said, oh, I'm about to run it. Because
Yeah.
he will forever have a problem with the 2020 election. He lost the 2020 election. That's
Yeah.
something he can't let go. You're dealing with a malignant narcissist. They
Yeah.
will forever not let go of something. So he said, oh, I got him now. I'm
Yeah.
about to run this country dry
Yeah.
because he's been on a retribution campaign.
Facts.
Since y'all didn't elect me,
Facts.
I'm about to take whatever I can from y'all,
Facts.
spread it out to my family,
Amen.
and make sure my family is straight because I know I ain't got long until Lucifer comes slide me into hell. So I got to do what I can do
You
right
said
now.
Lucifer? Wow.
Lucifer coming to get him. God ain't coming to get him. You know he ain't no
Facts.
Christian Jews.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
we have a reason that MAGA doesn't care. Because out of everything I just said, MAGA does not care at all. And it's because there's a reason we have had a surge in all this hate and all this racism.
Because of Obama and the Democrats and the radical.
Yeah.
right. Is that what you're answering?
No,
Oh.
that was part of it, but it was because I think he gave them a hope, right?
Mm.
He hasn't done any of the campaign promises. He hasn't fulfilled any of the campaign promises. What he did was he gave them a hope that they're gonna have a resurgence of a new Jim Crow era.
Mm.
So he made them feel like they're gonna be able to say, hey, show me your ID, black or brown person.
Oh.
You don't belong here.
Yeah.
I'm about to call the police. They already gave up all their morals when they voted for him. So when he's got JD Vance going on TV saying stuff like, oh, white people we know have no longer have to apologize for being white. Those are dog whistles. That's what makes them feel like they can be oppressed.
Apologize for being white.
Yes,
I think
he
that's
said
what they,
that
I don't
on
think that's what
national
they need to
TV.
apologize for. I think they need to
We have
apologize.
never have we ever asked them to apologize for? That's so stupid.
No.
Why would we
Not
ask
for
you to
being-
apologize
Yeah,
for the
that's
skin you were
crazy.
born in?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You can't.
So
Yeah. Makes
that's
no
the
sense.
hope and the dream that they operate off of. That's why they are so willing to forgive and let him do whatever he says and just go along with it, right or wrong. We can see the ignorance that comes out of his mouth. We ain't won the war. If we won the war, we wouldn't still be in the war. I've been to real war. Every time we won, we left. I've been to Iraq 3 times. Every time we won,
Thank
we
you for
left.
your
We didn't hang
service.
around.
Thank you for your service.
Stay there. You know, so he says that to people that don't really think about reality. Reality doesn't go along with the word MAGA, right?
Yeah.
MAGA is God's dumbest soldiers. That's the way I put them. So he has them all snowed, and it doesn't matter what he does. They're gonna love his boo-boo diapers. Them women that said that they would all date him.
They did
I was
like-
so disgusted.
Yeah, they raised their hands.
Raise their hand. I was like, yeah, no, y'all are too far gone. So that's all I wanted to say, Zeus.
Okay.
I just want to come up here and say I hadn't talked to you in a while. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank
Don't you
you.
let them doggone internet demons mess with Zeus'
Thank
show, because
you.
they be messing with you sometimes, Zeus.
They do.
Every now and then the sound will just go out.
Oh,
and I have
no.
to drop, I have to swipe up and swipe back down. That's not normal. That only happens on your life. Somebody's doing that specifically to you, but you ain't finna let them devils do you wrong. And we gonna make sure we come in and support you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. You know, and I spent all weekend seriously redoing everything to try to make sure this never happens again. And it's like, here we go again. Wow. But thank you. Todd Blanche is
You have a
mad.
wonderful day. Huh?
Somebody said Todd Blanche is mad. Heaven said Todd Blanche is mad. Yeah, because you know we got so much truth pumping out of a show like this. It's really at a point now. You notice they don't even want to come up here and interact in terms of trying to bring the smoke like they used to.
There's too much they can't defend now, Zeus. Before, they could come up here and tap dance through some non-research that they never looked at and never, you know, when they were talking about Kamala.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what her policy is. I didn't look at it. But you got so much to say. Now he's doing so much that's so obviously wrong. They can't make anything up. The foolishness
around
about
us.
the reflecting pool has got to be the dumbest thing I have heard in a long time. But they believe it. They have our National Guard soldiers out there guarding some slimy water. We saw the pictures of them with bottles of peroxide pouring it in there. It was like you spent millions and millions of dollars. You couldn't get somebody that specializes in pool maintenance.
And
But
you
now
know
you
the
want
thing
to
about
blame somebody else.
the National Guard thing is what trips me up a little bit, because I'm waiting for the Trump supporters to come clean and say, so you see, Donald Trump did have control over the National Guard, right?
He sent them fast. Remember that lie?
Yeah.
I'm going to remind all of y'all of the lie Donald Trump told y'all. When he brought his fool self out there, I call him patient 45, 47.
Yeah.
When he came out there 3 hours later, the first lie he told was, I immediately deployed the National Guard. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He didn't say, I immediately called Nancy Pelosi to do it. He said he did. We knew it was a lie because he was watching it on the big screen like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
But he lied. So you right, Zeus. He didn't ask nobody else.
No.
They don't put 2 and 2 together. 2 plus 2 to them equal 14.
Yeah.
Whatever Donald Trump tells them is what it's gonna be. So
Bingo.
you can't talk to people like that.
Bingo, bingo, bingo. Well, listen, Miss Jack, thank you.
You have a wonderful day, everybody in the kingdom. Oh, thank you for the gifts. I just saw that. Thank
They
y'all.
love
Y'all have a
you. They
wonderful
love
day.
you. And make sure you're following Miss Jack, ladies and gentlemen. She goes live and does great
I say the
shows.
things that Zeus can't say.
Facts.
I cuss
Facts.
battle my life.
Facts. And you
But
do
I be
a great
respectful
job.
on yours. I be respectful on yours because I don't want nothing to stop this movement. You are a powerful young man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Understand
thank you.
that.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
They only hate powerful black men. You know that.
Amen. 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 Thank you
All
so
right.
much. Thank you so much, Miss Jack. Good morning, Ange. How can I help you? Welcome to the show. What a show.
Oh, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. You?
I'm okay. I just wanted to address something real quick. I hope this is in the political realm. There seems to be this narrative mostly coming from the right, from the MAGA men specifically, that are saying that the liberal white women are the problem in this country, that we're the problem. Here's the thing. This is a racist, misogynistic country. There is racism in every party. There is. No ifs, ands, or about it. But here's my thing to you MAGA men. Before you start going along with that narrative, you need to get your HAGA in check, okay? Because they are the ones going around this app with their foreheads the size of planets, and you know who I'm talking about, singing and using the N slur. And I don't do that. I don't do that. But you got them on the side, the right. We got another lady from Vegas that sits there in front of these backgrounds making fun of Carmelo Anthony and how he has to go to prison for so long. And keep your HAGA in check before you come for us. We recognize that there's racism on either side. This is a racist, misogynist country. This is why we have that fat orange slob with mush for brains as our president over Kamala Harris, over VP Harris. This is why.
Yeah.
100%. So before you come at us with this, you need to get your HAGA in check. They're the ones raising their hands saying they want to sleep with Donald Trump. Okay?
Yep.
Zeus, do you think you're ever going to see me or any of the women in this kingdom raising their hand saying they want to sleep with Donald Trump?
No.
Right, ladies? Am I right? Come on.
No. No.
No, that's right. Heck to the no. So to that person with the giant forehead running around using the N slur that is a HAGA, I'm going to channel my inner attacking here and say, go get a manicure, less Trump merch, and go get a manicure because we're tired of your man hands. Okay?
All right, W's.
So, sorry for the pettiness. I had
no.
to get that out because she's running rampant all over this app, spreading her racism, but then you want to come after the women on the left. So before you do that, get your HAGA in check.
Thank you. W's in the
All
chat
right,
for the
I'm
beautiful
out.
Ange.
Bye, guys.
No lies detected. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Speaking of getting your HAGAs in check, I think this is a great video to share with you all about what Ange is talking about. Someone sent this to me. It's a great way to wrap things up. Someone sent this to me, and this is a Haga out in the wild with her man in the state of Florida. And I want you to this is a great way to wrap things up, because when you see stuff like this, you say, okay, we must continue the work we're doing on this show. All right, here we go. This is an encounter with a black man at a beach, and they confront him because he's, in their opinion, fishing in the wrong spot.
You just came from right there, right? You just came from right there, right? You just walked over here and you just decided you wanted to come give me a fucking problem today, right?
No, I was talking to the two of you. If you're not together,
But
then
did you?
I
But
apologize.
it doesn't matter. But why did you come over here? Did you not see that guy over there, up in that post right there, tell us to come over here? Did you not see him come over to us and tell us this is where we had to be? Did you see the guy come out of that booth right there?
Are you going to let me? Are you going to let me talk?
Because I don't fucking know you, and I don't know why you came up to me like that.
He told you
Fuck
you
outta
couldn't
here,
be
man.
right there. But common sense, basic humanity is you don't go, even though you're allowed to, right where there's a
If
bunch
I'm
of
allowed
kids.
to, I'm allowed to. The kids gonna run wherever they want to run. If I'm allowed to do something, I'm allowed to do something.
Yeah, well,
Don't come
yeah,
over
you're-
here trying to
you
police
are allowed-
people.
you are
If
allowed
that's
to
where
be
he
an
told me I
asshole,
need to be, if this is where he told me I need to be, that's where I'm at. And then you decided that you were going to police even more and come over here and say, you know what, I don't like where you're at. I want you to move, right?
Yeah, I think this is a poor choice for you.
This is a poor choice for you, buddy.
No, because he didn't tell you.
You
have
ain't
to
got
come-
no clue.
He didn't tell
you
you.
ain't
you
got
have to-
no clue
you
how
have to come right
bad
here.
of a choice it is. He didn't tell me I had to come right here. You want to walk with me over here, right here to this post right here? You want to walk with me over there right now?
So he didn't say there.
You
he
want
didn't
me to
say
walk
farther.
over there with that post right now?
I just talked to him.
Do you want to go
He
over there?
did not
Come on, let's
say.
go.
He
Come
did
on, let's
not-
go.
Yeah,
You just talked to him?
let's
Come
go.
on, let's go. Go get
Yeah,
him. Go get him.
No, you said you wanted
Go
to
get
go,
him.
so let's go.
I'm
You
where
said,
I
hey,
need to be.
Let's walk over there. Oh, I don't want to walk over there with you.
I want you to go walk over
I
there.
already
dummy.
did.
I want you
talked
to walk
him.
over here. He told us where to be.
Yeah,
So
he
he wouldn't
said-
have sent you over here.
He
Where's
said-
your badge?
he said
Who
out-
are you? Where's your badge?
I'm fire department as
Where's
well.
your badge? You got no fucking pockets. You're talking about you're the fire department.
Yes.
This is the fucking beach. This is
that's
not
right.
a fire.
That's right. So what he said.
So
lifeguards
if he
are part of
wanted
the fire
you,
department.
if he wanted you to
He-
come over
he
here
didn't
and
want
tell me,
is-
so you did it on your
I
own.
did
You
it
just
on my
bothering me
own
for no fucking reason,
because-
right? Because
yeah.
you ain't got nothing else to do today.
No, because I don't want people to get hurt here.
Guess what? If this is where somebody told us fishing is allowed, then maybe they shouldn't be here. Maybe you should talk to the little kids that's running back and forth. Are you doing that?
Yeah, that makes common sense.
That makes a lot of sense, don't
Yeah,
it? Because
well-
the guy told us where we were allowed to fish.
Yes.
Did you not see that?
Out of that
You
area,
didn't see
which that means you could go down another
I
5
can stay right the
miles.
fuck
and-
here if I
yeah,
want to.
I know you can.
So
That's
why don't you
the-
go
that's the
about your
mentality
business? Why don't you
and
go
the
about your business,
lack
bro?
of IQ and
Why don't you
stuff.
go about
So
your
I know,
business?
I know what I'm
Go
dealing
have
with
fun.
here.
Go
Hey,
about your business. Do whatever it is you were doing before you came over to me. Go about your business. Go about your. What'd you say? What'd you say?
You heard me.
I didn't hear you. You said what?
No, hey.
Say it again.
No, you.
What'd you say? Niggers? You said niggers?
Are going to be niggers.
Niggers are going to
No
be
matter
niggers?
what.
Niggers are going to be niggers?
Absolutely.
Niggers are going to be niggers.
Yeah,
100%.
you back up right now.
100%.
You
Niggas are
back
going to
up.
be niggers. 100%. That's what you said, right? On camera.
100%.
I got you.
You got me.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
And I apologize for the strong language, but that's really what it's like in America, especially when you're in these red states. They just feel now that Trump is in power, it's okay to run around and say, ends are going to be ends. Don't vote for the Republican Party, ladies and gentlemen, unless you want to see more of that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Big Zeus has to get up out of here. W Zeus. I don't want to go into detail because you know what I'm going to do. I want to give, honestly, you know what I should do? I'm going to do it. How about this? Let me go ahead and send that racist couple straight to hell before I get up out of here. I'm on my backup account. I'll take the risk. I'll take it very proudly. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire. This is what Donald Trump has done. He's basically revealed what's behind the curtain in America. A lot of racist people uncomfortable with black people being in places they should be allowed to be, exercising their freedom. It's always in the middle of us exercising our freedoms. Oh, I gotta insert myself and then use a slur to let you know what we think about you. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are the worst of the worst, and they are truly, truly the scum of the earth. Join me in sending these demons straight to hell. I get...
Silence, you MAGA demon.
W Zeus. Yeah, I want to give a special thank you, honestly, to all of you who tuned in today on my backup account. We went down, but we're back. All right, I really do appreciate it. You always do a great job attending the show and showing love and support and contributing to the platform. As always, make sure you're following me, following these other creators, because your support does matter on this platform. It really, really does. And especially if you're one of the panelists that gets up here and shares out, you know, whatever it is that's going on upstairs in your brain, because a lot of people need to hear it and be inspired. Yeah. But I also, like I said, I did do the round of booze and shame, but you know, if you're a Trump supporter out there, I'm just going to say this. You really do need to do some introspective work on yourselves and ask yourself, why are you still supporting the most corrupt person on the planet? Why? And then be prepared to come back and give us the answer, all right? Because outside of that, you're in a cult. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and have a great, great rest of your morning. I'll see you tomorrow on my main account. Take care, and honestly, have a great, great day. I appreciate it. W. July love. Oh,
yeah. What about Biden?
Let's go.
What about Biden? Stole the whole election night.
W. Marissa, thank you. Sorry.
What about Biden? Borders wide open, let them flood it. Millions crossing, drugs pouring.
Thank you, July.
Gas prices sky, inflation wild. Economy dying, can't feed your child.
Great show. You're doing great too. Stay out there, Kiki. Stay away from that catch up. Thank you, July. Joe acting blind. Oh my God, Forever Jan. Wow. She fit. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, W Heaven. Hey.
Up in the White House, call him Sleepy Joe. Cognitive decline. Everybody knows Stoneman.
W Camara.
Puppet on strings, who pulling the leverage on his laptop, bullets and deals, trying to cash flow millions.
Have y'all seen Hunter Biden's laptop?
While we out here struggling, pockets
WN.
Great
state. Scorpio.
January 6th, locking up grades, but Joe specified in his
go.
garage, man. Keystone cancel, energy weak, depending on foes, gas $4 a week. Crime in the cities, soft on the streets, defund the police, chaos on beat.
Rima, Cindy. JD Cakes. Let's go. Economy dying, can't feed your child. What about Biden? Charisma.
13 soldiers gone.
Joe acting blind. What about Biden? Y'all better get it together out there. Forever. Jan, thank you. Thank you so much. Woo! Rima. Yesterday. Yeah. W Miss Lady. We're cooked. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great, great rest of your morning, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you again. We are out of here.